Well, hey Scorpios, how about a reading from your metal dog? I'm inclined to do a reading about somebody in your life. Doesn't have to be a romantic somebody, but a friend or boss or somebody. And they're appearing to you in a certain way, and they're wearing a mask. And so who are they beneath that mask, and why are they wearing that mask? And then, just to be reciprocal, how are you appearing to them? What mask are you wearing, and why are you wearing this mask? And most important of all, who are each of you beneath this facade? Okay, give you a little advice on how to navigate this and how it's shaping your relationship. Okay, so we get here the worker. This is an oracle card to kind of, perhaps this is something happening with someone at work. And underlying that is the divine. They are truly divine. There's a divine person at work. Spiritual being, because we have the bee. Spiritual being, the divine being. Okay, somebody at work, and they're maybe coming through, or you're coming through as divine, as spiritual, something like that. Well, let's see. Okay, well that's nice, someone at work. Honestly, this is the fourth time I've tried to do this video, and there was something wrong with I was getting a time limit on how long I could film. And now it's just like absolutely dark here. I hope well, all we need to see are the cards. Okay, all right, Scorpio. Let me settle down. Let's find out the mask that you and this other person at work are wearing. Something to do with the divine. I like to meet divine people at work. The divine reminds me of the Empress. Person that has, is so loving and supportive and earthy, embodied. Okay. But also could just be spiritual. All right. So let's see what we got here. The mask that you are wearing. Ooh, you're wearing the mask of the Two of Cups. Okay. Why are you appearing to this person like a love interest? Are you flirting with somebody at work, my dear? Okay. But it's not, you're appearing to mirror. I jest about flirting at work, although that could be happening, no doubt. So you're appearing to mirror somebody. So, yeah, the Two of Water, and you can see the mirror quality here of these flowers that are reflected on the surface. So I'm getting this impression that a person's actually not able to see below the surface, and they're just seeing themselves reflected on you. And that may be something that is happening accidentally, or that you're doing that on purpose. You know, we're Scorpios, so we're quite private. So reflecting somebody back, that could be something that you're doing as a way of protecting yourself. It's also a great hustle to reflect somebody back to themselves. People like that, okay? They're appearing to you as a Four of Earth. They're wearing a mask of somebody who has a great deal of discipline and control. They might even be kind of appearing like you. Actually, I see this mirroring. I see that she looks like these two women. It's the same color scheme. You'll see the other cards. I got these cards in another reading just a minute ago, interestingly. So you should watch all of my readings, Scorpio. But yeah, you're appearing to, or they're appearing to you as somebody who's very disciplined. They're withholding. I think they're private appearing too. They're maybe wearing a Scorpio facade or something like that. Of course, you're not able to see behind this mask. You're appearing to them is in this mirroring way, and possibly you're flirting. So I know that is not true for some of my Scorpio viewers out there. You're charming, perhaps. You're being charming. Okay. So what's really going on behind these masks? Like, who are you really? Okay. You are really, behind this mask, a 5 of Earth. You're sad. You've got something going on where you're feeling abandoned and left out in the cold right now. So that's a really good reason to hide behind a mirroring mask. I'm so sorry. This is a beautiful 5 of Earth. These are all fairies in this deck, and you can see the wolves are lurking out here. It's the feeling of being left out in the cold, in the danger, instead of warm inside where everybody else is. And I can't see where that inside might be. The 5 of Earth is where you're at. And it's also, I'd like to say to you, if you are feeling this sorrow and hiding it behind this flirty, mirroring facade, that with the 5 of Earth, you're outside, but this is a perspective that there is somewhere inside for you to go. Okay, well, who is this 4 of Earth mask? Who are they behind the mask of being very disciplined and in control? There's 7 of Earth. There's somebody that works hard and is working in their garden. Gosh, it's very Eve in the garden. And with a fox. They're a hard worker. And look at this sort of optimism that they have here, because the 7 of Earth is always about somebody that's putting in the work, and then they're looking forward to the fruits of their labor, and it's kind of, usually it's like a person who's bummed out about that. But this 7 of Earth, she's full of optimism. She knows everything that she planted is going to bear fruit. The fox is also looking forward to eating whatever she's harvesting there. And she's sharing the fruits of her labor. Like, there's a snake wrapped around her arm is eating, they're mangoes. That's what they're, mangoes. The snake's munching on a mango. It has an Adam and Eve. She seems like Eve to me, but like without the negative connotations that Eve has within the Christian tradition. Would you mind if I just quickly look in the book at this 7 of Earth? This person is truly... And Earth is just a very down-to-earth, practical person. This is a new deck for me, so I need it. I need to see this. I met the 7 of Earth as it was inspecting a grove of trees. She carefully checked each branch and its fruit, looking for signs of illness to nip any problems early, ensuring her investment grew healthy and remained continuously productive. With her was a helper tasked with tasting samplings, that would be the snake, I think, and pulling out the pit for future use as she was expanding her resources. And of course there was the salivating fox eagerly waiting its turn for a taste, as it anticipated an entire season for the fruit to ripen to perfection. The 7 of Earth signals a time to reflect. Okay, so this... We know who she is. She's this optimist and a hard worker, okay, this person in your life. Appearing quite disciplined and austere somehow. And you're mirroring that austerity. Okay, you're sad and she is not, okay? Or they, he, whoever, okay? Why are you sad? Why are you feeling like this? That's the next card. I'm so sorry that you're feeling outside. Let's see. 8 of Earth. This is you working in your passion. We're going to need to clarify this. 8 of Earth is a lovely state of being. You're both this is definitely a reading about work. And the 8 of Earth is a hard worker, diligent. For some reason I just feel like her job is, like, I really see the roots that are coming out, and it just feels like there's more of, she needs all of these roots, all of these extra limbs somehow. Like this is a part of her coming out of her hand, her feet. Something about, I mean, this is a beautiful image of work and the bees and the collaboration, the flowers, the fruits of that labor. But I feel somehow that you are overworked. You're just doing so much here. So we'll have to clarify to understand how working so hard is also causing you to have this feeling of being outside in the unsafe. This person, who's really a 7 of Earth, is wearing this mask because of the Queen of Earth. This is you. She's wearing a mask that makes her, or him, or them. I don't know why I want to say she. All these figures appear as she's, but they'll be it's in the book. Queen of Earth is... so this is very much about the body. It's about making real things. Money, it could be, you know, like working as a financial advisor or something like that. You're working really hard, but there's some kind of grief in you. I think it's because you are at work that you're putting on this mirroring facade. This person is acting very in control, and they're performing for you. Their relationship with you at work is, you know, and they're a hard worker and optimistic, but they're acting less yay and more because I think you are the Queen of Earth to them, which is a very beautiful and nurturing and kind and successful, productive person. And I think they see you as somebody that wants security, because the Queen of Earth is about security. So you're just at work, they're doing something that has to do with you. And I see this intensity here. This is like their focus on you, and that's where I get that they're acting like less like this optimistic, lovely 7 of Earth because of their idea of you. And maybe because you're mirroring to them and it feels flirty. You are, so that's how, so you're the one that's, they're thinking of it as divine, and you're just at work here. So okay, well, what's your relationship? That's the next card. As a result of wearing these masks, what are we in here? 7 of Air. There's a lot of not being direct, not clear communication, secrecy. And this one, the fairy here is stealing these magical feathers from the Great Council. Yeah, so there's the wearing of masks obviously leads to a 7 of Air kind of dishonesty. You don't really know who each other is because you're at work, you're wearing masks, but there is a lot kind of going on their side about you, and you're sad, and I really need to understand why you're sad, but you're wearing a mask because the sadness doesn't have it to do with anything at work. And you can reverse roles, so it might be that your mask is the 2 of Water. That's how I'm reading it. But if reversing the roles works better, and you identify more with the other side, go ahead, flip them. Okay, but I'm gonna keep it the same order in my mind, hopefully. Okay, the advice to you is the Elder of Water. This is about being emotionally intelligent. It says the Elder of Water is like the King of Cups. The King of Cups does not talk about their feelings. So even though you're sad and it's causing you to have like where you don't know each other, this person at work, the advice is definitely be in touch with and work through your feelings, but privately. We'll clarify and find out why. It's an emotionally mature person who puts their feelings aside in order to take care of business of managing the kingdom here. That's what the Elder of Water is. Yeah. I have to say I'm a little sad that it doesn't tell you to give you a Queen of Water, but it's the Elder of Water. So let's see. The future, is the Empress. Okay, so very much like the divine here that we get. Very close to this conception that this person has of you, that you're the Queen of Earth. The Empress is, to me, very much like the Queen of Earth. She is actually all the queens combined. She's very loving, very nurturing, very productive. She's of the earth, and she is the earth in a way. Look at all these bunny rabbits, because she's so much about like getting pregnant with creativity, with, you know, and one of the readers I listened to, Sassy Scorpion, another Scorpio, if I highly recommend her if you're a Scorpio, to watch your Scorpio readings with Sassy Scorpion. Every Thursday at 7 a.m. they come out. So the Empress is, she's good on her own. She doesn't need others. And so you may end up like taking care of yourself in this situation, and that this other person is not, you know, they're just someone you work with. But they're having some stuff going on here. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's clarify. Oh, what's on the bottom of this deck? Let's undergo. There's a flirtation. Yeah, I keep getting that. Maybe the Elder of Water wouldn't be flirting with somebody at work. You might be flirting because you're sad. That may be one of the ways that you kind of escape this feeling of abandonment. Like, you know, you could be in another relationship. Here's the Page of Water. Did I show you her? Isn't she lovely? She's just light and loving, and there's no harm here in this sweetness. It's a gift to flirt, you know, so I'm not saying don't be mirroring and charming with this other person, but I think you ought to know that you're kind of big in their consciousness as a result, and you're not really thinking about them at all. At least now you might be thinking about them. People are affected by your beauty and charm. And, you know, we've all been isolated for a long time. And so the gift of your attention, of your mirroring, is being well received. But this person is also trying to appear like really, I don't know. They're actually, I like them more underneath their mask. But this is very intense. Okay. I think they should be authentic. Okay, let's see here. A little bit more about the mask you're wearing, the Two of Water. Okay. You're appearing as so capable, manifesting, having all the tools. You are, further, that you are making the world as you would have it be. So I see a leader who, you're a leader in a leadership position here. That's a part of why your attention to this person might be, you've become the Queen of Earth in their imagination here, because you're the leader, you're in power. Yeah, and the Two of Cups again. Wow. Okay, so that's the same card. You are flirting with somebody at work. That's affecting them. And it's because you're in power that it affects them. They see you as the leader, as the Queen of Earth, and you make them happy. It makes them happy. They feel like this about it. Yay, like the little happy fox and the... Yep, this person is at work and they're just happy. But they're hiding that. They're hiding it because you're the boss. Or they're, flip as you will. It's funny though, because the Two of Cups or the Two of Waters is really about mirroring and acting like we're the same. It's a equal relationship of equals. I think it's a wonderful thing. Like if you are the boss, if you are in a leadership position at work, if you're that kind of leader, I think that's wonderful. But whatever, you're very charismatic. That's the mask that you put on. Behind this, you are sad. And we will find out more about that. I'm just dying to know about your sadness and your Five of Earth state. Nosy tarot readers. That's the kind you want. Okay, their mask, the Four of Earth here. This intense discipline, privacy, control, whatever this is. It's kind of hot, if you ask me. Okay. There is truth, very intellectual of the mind. They have, in their mask, they seem to be also in this Five of Pentacles. Well, they intuitively know that you're in that. And so they see that, or you think they see it. Yeah, and they're just like working, doing the work. They're collaborating, they're working with you. That's the mask that they're wearing. You think, because they're looking at you like that, you think they know that you're sad. And then the mask is this mix of just doing the work, but also like, I see your heart is broken. I see you're in the Five of Pentacles. Huh. That's the mask. So we'll find out what's really going on. They seem to just be like clueless and working happily. Okay. Five of Earth. This is how you really feel. And anyone in a Five of Earth would wear a mask in public places like work in particular. Okay, but let's see. Can we find out more about why you're sad? Okay, we get a Page of Wands, a passion. Your little tennis shoes out in the desert. More passion, the Queen of Wands. Leo. One more. Change. Wheel of Fortune. There's some kind of change happening with a Leo in your life, or a Queen of Wands. Okay, doesn't have to be a Leo. This Queen of Wands is a person who is very charismatic, who makes the world that she wants to see. She is like the magician, like the mask that you're wearing. Like, she is the law of attraction. She makes what she wants real in the world. And this comes through fire, through passion. Something has changed. She's moved from being this queen to being a page. It's almost like or vice versa. So there's a Page of Wands and a Queen of Wands and Wheel of Fortune representing change. And usually Wheel of Fortune is like in your favor, but because this is clarifying the Five of Earth, I'm inclined to actually see it a downgrading. Like this queen has become a page. So she's lost status. You've lost status at work. Could be a demotion or not getting promoted, or it could be this is your personal. I feel like this is personal and it's not at work. So like this demotion of somebody in your eyes or of you in their eyes, something happened and you're suffering because of that. Okay? And the Page of Wands feels outside, and not in a bad way. They're foreign, they're queer, they see the world from the outside. They have a different perspective. And so if you were the Queen of Wands and then you get demoted to the Page of Wands, like it in relation to the Five of Earth, which is a person who's outside, like this demotion is like you're outside of the club, and once you were the queen of it. Okay, and you're treated like just like you're just new, you don't matter, you don't know anything. And it isn't true that you don't know anything. In fact, the Page of Wands has an important perspective. They have fire, they have an idea, and yeah, but I feel like they have to mature that idea before it is taken seriously. And so it can feel like you're not yet the queen, so maybe you need to change into the queen before your ideas get heard. So there's a bunch of possible ways of reading this. What I think is happening here is that there's an emotional situation that has nothing to do with work. And yeah, it's because of this image. Look, see, there's two people here, and this one is looking to this one, and this view, so sometimes you're on the top of the wheel and sometimes you're on the bottom, and I feel like this is somebody who has fallen, and that is either you have fallen in somebody else's eyes or they have fallen in yours. Could be a Leo, could be anybody. But that was like, it just like bam came in my head. So that's what you feel as a tarot reader you must say out loud, is what comes in your mind. It's as if it comes from the outside. It's channeling. Channeling something from the outside is what it feels like. So okay, so you're at work. I feel like that's obvious, but so you're at work, and so we're clarifying the Eight of Earth. Okay, there's some kind of ending or beginning. This is the Eight of Earth that we're clarifying. It's just you doing what you do so beautifully, and I feel like you're hiding this heartbreak, this feeling of abandonment, because you're at work. Queen of Swords. Let me put down one more card before I interpret. Nine of Cups. This is why you are hiding this. So the Nine of Cups is a water sign, is Scorpios were water signs. So it could be you having been emotionally fulfilled, and then there's clarity. The Queen of Swords has clarity, and then she cuts people out, and then there's an ending. And this is going on in the background while you're at work. So this is more about your personal life, that you're hiding behind this mask where you're kind of flirty. Yeah, it just tells me that something is coming to an end, and that there's a Queen of Swords. It's somebody else who's ending it, and it was actually your most blissful state of happiness, the Nine of Cups. Somebody else is ending your Nine of Cups, and while you work, You're appearing to be this, you know, Two of Cups, but this is making you very sad. It's a loss. It's an ending of some kind. It could be your previous job. I don't know, okay? But it appears to be personal, and then it's not appropriate to show that at work. Okay, so this other person, let's do their story. So they're appearing here as like this intense person that's either like aware of your sorrow, they're seeing it, they're kind of, I feel like I can do this, like I can look at a person and I intuitively have a sense that there's something going on with them. I don't know what it is though. I couldn't know what this person's mask is appearing to know, like. So they're really just happily Seven of Earthing, okay? Which means, oh, okay. There's a King of Wands for the Queen over here. Interesting. Oh, they're working very hard. There's a burden. Well, you know, Seven of Earth is hard. And Seven of Wands, of resistance. So interesting when you clarify. So 2 sevens. Oh, very passionate, all wands, all fire behind this earth, to clarify this earth. And I saw, and I always love red hair. So I see that red hair is like fire, and the fox is fiery too. And this sort of passion for work that I usually associate more with the 8 of Earth. But here in this deck, it's a 7 of Earth, who's also the King of Wands. And there's a Queen over here on your side, if you are the Queen, demoted. Yeah, they are. So a little bit their mask is showing this kind of control, because what's really happening is that they've got, their work is heavy and they're on their own in it. They were in victory. The 7 of Wands is what happens after the 6 of Wands, which is victory. So then people turn on, and jealous maybe, challenge your victory, and sometimes you have to fight in the 7 of Wands against a challenge. So they've got some stuff going on, but they're also very passionate and decisive. And over here, you know, under you, seemingly demoted from Queen of Wands to Page of Wands, like these two are, this person's actually looking at you. Zoop. You are a matched set. But you can't see that because they're appearing as a 4 of Earth, not as, and you've been demoted to the Page of Wands anyway, right? Okay, so I think that they see you as this Queen of Earth. And that is why they're hiding so much as they go about their work collaboratively, and they've put on this mask. Let's see, what else? Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Definitely hierarchy in this reading. They see you as their leader. They see you as bringing gifts to them. You are a gift to them. They really look up to you. And balancing. 2 of Pentacles. What else? Temperance. Yes, another mention of balance. I have all of this passion for you, an emotion for you, but they're just waiting. They're waiting. They're very about you. I don't think you are about them at all. Like, you're just you're just very involved, and you have a heartbreak, and you're at work, and you're flirty at work, but it doesn't mean anything. But they've got like a whole thing going where they're looking up to you and balancing. They're trying to stay. That's why it looks like this. They're a little bit self-conscious in front of you. Well, obviously if they're wearing a mask, but it's because they look up to you. They're trying to look to temper what is really a passion. There's all these wands, like, and I can't help it, but because she has this snake that's tasting the mangoes here and blowing the seeds out for her, it makes me think of Eve and temptation in the garden. And then behind that is like King of Wands, 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, passion, 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 passion. And it's not really a comfortable passion. Like even the King of Wands is like, looks a little bit pissed off and intense with, a little bit, they're intense. They're really this intense, passionate person, and they're trying to temper that because they look up to you and they see you as this really solid, lovely, nurturing, supportive, kind Queen of Earth. They're trying to be cool with you. I think they're doing a pretty good job. They're so cute. Okay, let's keep going here. The relationship is a 7 of air. It's like you're just so successfully hidden from each other. It lacks honesty. Be careful of relationships that are based on a lack of honesty, secrets. Like they're hiding something, you're hiding something. Theirs has much more to do with you. They're looking up to you. Okay, let's see. Ace of Pentacles. This is a very practical, 3D, solid relationship. It actually could be a real thing, a new thing. So if you're feeling alone, so this is a new thing. Happiness. There's happiness here. Absolute authenticity and happiness. Wow. And passion and action and good communication. This is confusing. It's like such a like your relationship. It's almost like I'm being shown like there's this not knowing what could be. And I think it's because you're the queen and they're the king. You're a match set. But the dishonesty of wearing these masks, like you're doing 2 of Cups to them. They are your match. Like they would be a great, and I don't want to make this into a romantic reading, but they would be like someone that you could really be yourself with, the Sun. There's like a real practical, great communication that you could have. Like this person could be your friend, actually. If the mask you're wearing, this 2 of Cups, that we're equal, and and they could quit looking up to you, and even though you're acting like they're equal, they actually look up to you. You guys could be great friends. Okay. What is this? The advice is the Elder of Water, which is don't open up about your sorrow. But let me just clarify this. Because advice is 6 of Swords. So there's a movement, a changing of the mind. Cross water. It's an emotional change. King of Cups. Again, this is the same exact card as the Elder of Water. King of Cups. doesn't open up about their feelings, but they're very emotionally mature. They have a good heart. Have a heart. The Empress, which is here twice, the Empress. This is the future. This is, wow. Okay, so the Empress is the result if you follow this advice. That's kind of neat because you're in pain, and it has something to do with being demoted in somebody else's eyes and cut out, and something's ending that you were really, really happy in. And you're working, and this person is at your work, and you're the leader at work, okay? And you've given them some kind of 2 of water attention, and they're a little bit hot about it, and they're really trying to, they know it's not correct. They're trying to control that. But then then your relationship is the 7 is the thief in the night. It lacks honesty. But it's also one where you could actually communicate honestly and have a great friendship where you get to be yourself. The advice is to change your mind about something. I would say this person, and then you get, but it doesn't say anything. It says change your mind about this. Keep that to yourself. And then the Empress. Let me see, what is the future here, the Empress? Let me clarify one more thing. Yeah, the Empress is at your work. Or you're the Empress. Let's see. Hermit. Going alone, seeking your own counsel. Wow, 5 of Cups. Sorry. The Tower. Holy shit. What the hell? Ugh. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, your advice has nothing to do with this person, although they could be your friend. Your advice has to do with knowing that you are the Empress, but you're leaving this King of Cups. You're leaving this King of Cups. You're not talking about it to this other person. This person isn't that important, although they're your match in a way, and they could be a good friend at the very least. Nothing to do with work, collaboration, or anything like that. This is an emotional, physical connection. It's friendship. It's like being creative together. You make things real in the real world. It's solid. But they have so many wands. It's not very practical at all. I feel like it's like really fun. They're a fun person. Okay, but your reading has wanted to come in despite the fact that this person that you don't think about that much, but who you really set off by being a little flirty and being like an amazing person. You're the Empress, and you can create anything, and you don't need anybody. Somebody's cut you out. You're moving away from that. I see you are both characters in this. You're moving away from this. The swords are coming in very much like a 10 of Swords, where there's a body that is stabbed 10 times with 10 swords. It's a broken heart. You're leaving. You could be literally relocating, but to me, this is much more about your mind is changed. You see something different, and now you're moving from rough waters, like you've been in emotional, mental turmoil. We see that behind the scenes of your mask, and you're not opening up about your feelings, and that's actually the advice, is to keep being private, being a Scorpio. Like the King of Cups or the Elder of Cups, that is one of Scorpio's cards. Okay, so is, wow, there's a lot of Scorpio cards. So this is about you being yourself and being complete in and of yourself. You are the Empress. This other person could be a great friend, but this is really about you on a solitary journey. This something, whatever is hurting, that's put you in the 5 of Earth. Yeah, and so your future is the Empress, the Hermit. These are solitary figures, and then you get two other cards in tarot that are really cards of Scorpio: the Tower and the 5 of Cups. They're not comfortable cards, but because we're Scorpios, like, we live easily in this realm of dramatic burning up in flames and rising from flames, of, you know, getting your heart broken and then turning around and walking over that bridge to the next place, which is a 2 of Cups. So like, your capacity as Empress of this reading to transform sorrow into wisdom, into independence, into whatever it is, the Phoenix rises here as this incredibly beautiful and deep Empress. So Scorpio, I love the tarot. I love what it has done. There's some friend potential here at work. They could actually be more than a friend potential if that's a possibility for you. This Queen of Swords is, you know, a romantic partner that's ending your relationship over here because they've demoted you from Queen to Page. That's how you're feeling. Maybe you're the Queen of Swords ending it. I don't know. But there's some kind of ending. It is, you're in the feels about it, but you're not doing that at work. So I love that this reading, there's a person here, but they don't really matter to what you need to know from this, which is, you are the divine. You are this. This is you. And there's work, but then there's you. And this story here about you really going through an ending and doing it and moving from one place to calmer waters. I actually think if you were the Queen of Swords, like, you're leaving a situation where maybe you've demoted a Queen of Wands to a Page of Wands. It is a tower. It is a surprise. It leaves a broken heart. You go Hermit, which the Hermit goes inward and seeks wisdom, seeks light within themselves. It's a spiritual path. Again, the divine speaks to the Empress, but also to a larger spiritual path. It's very private. It's very Scorpio in that regard. It's very transformative. You're always going to be able to see the other side of death, the Tower, the 5 of Cups, and you're going to do it in that amazingly private, mysterious way that Scorpios do these kinds of things. So I just want you to know that even though you're feeling this right now, this is who you are right now as a person feeling abandoned, that you should know that you're, in fact, this is you being you in the future. All over the place it says, be you. You can weather any storm, Scorpio. This may be something that you've already weathered. And then there's somebody at work, and you may or may not want to deal with them at all. I don't think they matter that much. But that was a fun reading because the tarot wanted to get you a message, and it did, despite the reader's insistence on doing this mask reading. Beautiful. Okay, hang in there, my dear. There's you being you in your most magnificent way on the other side of this. Okay.